Hey guys, what's going on? Kyle here with the car guys, bringing you a brand new video. Road to YCS number 3. Number motherfucking 3. So, I finally got my desk kind of moved. I got some new lighting in general. Hopefully this will be a lot better for you guys, for your viewing pleasure. The audio I hope is a little better. The quality I hope is a little better. Hopefully it's all better. If it is, leave a thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe for the Road to YCS coverage, insight, everything like that. Today, we are profiling Tour Guide deck, as you guys see, Burning Abyss. For the longest time, I told myself, hey, I'm never going to play this deck. Why would I ever play this deck? And it's come to the point where I'm thinking about playing the deck. And when Blair and I came up with the idea of Road to YCS Atlanta, since it is our home, it's our homestay, our hometown, it's where we play, Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything. You know, I should be making the decks and going over the deck list. He's going to be doing different discussions and things like that. So, as you guys saw with my first one, the Draco MM Ariadne shit, I got another one for you, Burning Abyss. And this is kind of what I would play. Obviously, I'm not going to go over the side deck because different side decks could be very for the player, but I think like you should go with a stunny type of side deck, obviously. But this is the main deck I have constructed so far. Yeah, let's get into it. It's been working well for me. It's actually 45 cards. No, it's not coincidental that it was the same as Joe Bogley's, because I actually made this and looked over his and I was like, wow, we have some similarities with the deck. Some. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it now. First, we got the obligatory one tour guide. Obviously, she's main bitch, head bitch in charge. We have 3 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. This card is what the deck needed, out of all honesty. Your Traveler plays become a lot more live. I play Soul Charge. Soul Charge becomes a lot more live. Like, this card extends your plays. It's essentially another Burning Abyss, and when it's on the field, your other cards can't die by battle, or just die in general. So like, the card's ridiculous, and it just goes into your engine as well, which is another key component with this particular card. It's exactly what the deck needed after Tour Guide went to 1, and after, you know, Sir and Graf got hit the way they did too. Speaking of Sir and Graf, we do have the 1 Graf. Sucks that he was the one that went to 1, but I mean, yeah. And then we have 2 Seer. Seer also, I believe it should have been the other way around, 2 and 1, but you know, I digress from everything. These are the main components of the deck, pretty much. Obviously, you know what they do. And then we obviously play triple Skarm as well. Nothing really else to say about it. You do your searches and do your shit. I'm playing double Rubik in my build. I like a Virgil. Virgil's like my favorite card in this entire deck, to be honest with you. And yeah, like, Virgil's really cool, and just having another BA monster name is really cool too, so why not? And then I play double Farfa. I like this to out like Infinity and just disrupt plays and things along those lines. That's one reason I do actually end up you know, playing this card and everything. Then we play double Kagna. Kagna, obviously, because we play a good and evil, and we play 4 traps that this helps too, so Kagna's really good. From what I understand, I believe this one, Alec, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Effect Negator. It also kind of outs Infinity in a way too. You can, you know, do some stupid shit like Twin Twister the scales, and this effect will do the thing, and then blah blah blah. It kind of baits out Infinity, and you can just go off from there. It's a really good card. I would suggest people play it. Play 1 Libic, obviously, for the special summon from the hand effect. It's really good. And then we have 1 signed Barbar by Noah Green himself. Funny story at Nats, I lost this like 3 times. Literally in time. So, yeah, 1 Barbar. And then for the last monster, we play triple Effect Veiler. Going into Atlanta, I don't think Maxi is as good as people think. I think that in order to play optimally with this particular version of Burning Abyss, you're gonna have to gear your deck to beat a couple different things, Monarchs and Pepe and Cosmo as well. Like Cosmo, you're really just gonna have to side deck for. That's probably the main thing. Everything else is just you know, yeah, like, you're basically gonna be playing Pepe and Monarchs because it's gonna be the 2 cheapest deck, or the most played deck, and a cheap deck that's actually very good. So Effect Veiler, I think, stops all of that. It helps with the problems of trying to get over cards. If, you know, a card is going to threaten you, Effect Veiler that hoe and you're good to go. That's going to be a quote I use from now on. That's it for the monsters. I believe we play 19 of these, 19 monsters. Notice it is a 45 card deck like I did state. For the spells, we play double Twin Twister. This is one card I decided to add in. It adds a little bit to the engine as well, with having Scarm in your hand, having a Graph, having whatever, and then, or even Rhino. You can hit Scales, you can hit back row, you can hit the Dominion card from Monarchs, you can hit their cards that let them summon on their turn, things along those lines, and it's good against scale decks and pendulums and all that nut stuff. So 2 Twin Twisties. Play 1 Soul Charge. I love this card in this deck. People kind of strayed away from it. The only 2 people I've ever seen really play that is Pat and Zane, and I completely agree with their logic behind this. Like, now with Rhino being a card, like, this card just got that much sillier. Like, you can like wall up with a board because you have Rhino in this, and you don't even need to attack half the time. So like, just wall up and then next turn just go off. So that is a card. Then we play Foolish Burial, Raigeki, and 1 Good and Evil. I decided not to play the Dark Holes. They're going to be for the side deck, but Foolish, obviously, to get into your engine, Raigeki to blow boards, and then Good and Evil. You know why Good and Evil's a card, because you play Kagna and all the other fun stuff. We play 6 spells, and then for traps, I believe we have a lot of those as well. For the 1-ofs, or 2 of the 1-ofs, play Skill Drain, and we play Bottomless. You have to play those. Skill Drain is just too good not to play, I believe. We play triple Horn of Heaven. This card is crazy because it gets over you can just negate any type of summon, tribute one of your monsters, go into your engine, blah, blah, blah. Horn of Heaven is a good card. Then play double Fire Lake and double Traveler. I was testing around with different ratios of this, and this is like probably the best one I've seen. I decided to cut a Traveler for a Soul Charge, and because you can play it on your turn, you don't have to wait for it or anything. You have to set this, and it was just my player preference. And I mean, like, I could go back to play the 3 of these and the no Soul Charge, but at the same time, like, even then, like, I just want to have something I can play on my turn as well. Then for the rest of this traps, I play triple Anti-Spell Fragrance. With, going back to Nationals last year when Noah won, you hear him quote, this is the best deck to beat the best deck. And I still I think that statement holds true in this format as well. You can main deck a lot of hate and, get around a lot of cards. Like, you see Anti-Spell and you see, Lake, Twin Twisters and stuff. You can tech your deck out to beat the best deck. And that's, this is one of the reasons why I believe that is true, because Spell Fragrance is a card, and they can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! If they, can't play Scales. Then for the last traps, I play 4 more. Triple Solemn Notice. It might be overkill. You might mill them, so you want to get to them. So why not? And you can side them out and stuff too. So, but yeah, triple Solemn Notice, strike, and then the 1 warning. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, a lot of times, like, you have so many cards that pay life points. You're right, but sometimes you're not going to get to them all. And you want to be able to see something to stop your opponent from doing something here. So that's pretty much it for the main deck. It's 45 cards, like I did state. Next is for the extra deck. Now, the extra deck is probably a little different from what other people are kind of used to seeing with particular BA decks. I'm not the best with BA, but at the same time, like, I feel like it's a pretty good extra deck for what I play it for, and a lot of times I'm a very aggressive player, so note some of these cards are preferably my preference. But triple Dante, obviously, you have to play that. It's the heart and soul of the deck. We got double Downward Magician. I just compensate the same number for the Rubik's in the deck, and I love going this. This card's awesome. I love this card. It's probably my favorite extra deck card. I only played double Downward. I've never had the chance to go 3. A lot of the times with against Pepe, if I have a grind match, I'll usually like main phase 2, overlay this into this, and then they'll ignister this away, so I'll get all my effects, and then I can just bring that other Downward back. So I mean, like, having that option is all right for me, so I don't have to, you know, waste a spot for a third doubter like that. Then for like a Cosmo out, 1 Utopic Future, 1 Giga Brilliant. I like this card. 1 Alucard, double Acid Golem, because you play Skill Drain. This card's really cool because you can do cool things like Alec and whatnot with it. Then I played double Nightmare Shark. I like this card. Don't hate me, I don't care. Double Nightmare Shark is really cool to me. I like hitting people for a lot of life points. And then 1 Mech Whip Engineer, just to disrupt plays like this with Farfa is really good. And it's just a huge play disruptor, which I'm a big fan of. So it's 15 extra deck cards as well. That's pretty much it for the list, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, if you guys are planning on going to YCS Atlanta and playing this deck, you know, definitely give your insight on the deck, why you decide to play certain cards. What do you think I should change my mind in case I do end up deciding to play this for Atlanta? But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. This has been Road to YCS Atlanta number 3, and we will see you guys later. I'm Smooth with Car Guys, and $100 ring, $1,000